Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sober Swole podcast. My name is Jake Howard,
My name is Paul Rowe.
and this is the Sober Swole podcast. And this is something that you will figure out later, but I have canned a bunch of episodes. This will be episode 4 that will be in the can. And I'm doing that just in case we run into weeks where we're not recording and we still have content that's being put out. So we're at least a month behind in the shows as we go, unless we magically get together and do something live or something.
Butt naked.
But anyway, as we get started, give a shout out to thanks, man. give a shout out to Royalty Nutrition. That's royaltynutrition.com. You can follow them on Instagram at Royalty Nutrition. They are a veteran-owned and operated supplement company that doesn't automatically choose the cheapest ingredient in the formulations. But to better help me out with that is Warhorse.
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or do you want your workouts to slay? When Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go with Royalty Nutrition.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Royalty Nutrition. Use the discount code 37HAKE at checkout to save 15% on your entire order. Claim your throne with Royalty Nutrition. My second shout out of the evening will be to Gorilla Gains. That's gorilla-gains with the Z.com or at Gorilla Gains 15 on Instagram. Check them out. They are a great apparel company that you can wear comfortably in and out of the gym. I wear something Gorilla Gains related every day, not just simply because, I support them, but because they are great clothes to wear. I was actually using my Gorilla Gains elbow sleeves earlier today as I was doing some chest and shoulders action, just to keep my grandpa elbows in place while I was trying to get heavy. Check them out. Use the discount code JAKE15 to save you 15% on your entire order. While I'm rolling, my last shout out of the evening will be to the FitOps Foundation. Check them out at fitops.org. They are a not-for-profit organization that helps veterans and active duty service members of all types as they're getting ready to transition out of their service to the nation and then give them a step up into the fitness world. But it's not just a personal training certification. It is a highly qualified personal trainer certification where you earn the title Certified Veteran Fitness Operative. They also teach you life skills that you wouldn't learn anywhere else for free, and they help you transition into this life. So even if you don't go into fitness per se, you will have a better grasp on life out in the civilian sector. So once again, that's fitops.org. If you're looking for a not-for-profit to donate to, that's fitops.org. Damn it, I almost made it all the way through, guys. It's fitops.org/donate. Ryan, I was say Ryan must be putting the girls to bed or something.
No, man, I was waiting for him to start talking, and he didn't. I had my hand on the trigger. I'm like, say something, Paul, so I can transition. And he didn't, so I waited. And here we are.
You're busy laughing, man.
He just didn't.
What a guy.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, first shout out I'm going to give out to is the boy, the man.
Wow.
I see someone holds a grudge. Anyway, first shout out I'm going to give out to is my boy, the wonder, the guy behind the scenes, Mr. Ryan Harvey, a.k.a. DJ Swole. This man does everything for us. He helps us run this beautiful podcast that we got going on. He does everything from engineering all the way to fucking making this magical podcast happen. Not only does he do this, he does his own fucking moving company. And the reason why I say it like that is because this man is busy. He's busy all the time. Not only does he have a family at home that he has to take care of, do shit around the house, take care of guys like me and Jake doing this shit, but he's also out running around doing a fabulous job with Buy to Buy Moving. And the reason why I say Buy to Buy Moving is because that's what they do, man. Is Ryan does such a fabulous job at moving. He does shit, man. Probably the best job I've ever seen. I've been with him one time, and unfortunately, we didn't get to do the moving job that we wanted to. But his professionalism, the respect that he gives the customers, is bar none the best that I've seen. So if you're looking for anything that needs to get moved, hung up, replaced, whatever needs that you're looking for, hit him up, Buy to Buy. Ryan will take care of you guys. All right. Next shout out I'm going to give out to is excuse me, Purpose Healing Center. My brother Kyle Summers works there as a therapist. He's doing an awesome job working with people, helping them overcome their addictions. And this place keeps growing, which means that they're helping more and more people, which is amazing because, you know, yeah, COVID, it's bad shit. But to me, a pandemic is the fucking overdoses that happen every day with this fentanyl shit that's coming into the system, with all these pharmaceutical companies that are coming into play. You know, it's like handing candy out to babies, and it sucks. So I'm so happy that this company's around, or this place is around, Purpose Healing Center. They're located out in Scottsdale. If you want to check them out, it's purposehealingcenter.com. They handle all types of addictions, ranging from food addictions to drug addictions. So please, if you're looking for help, check it out. PurposeHealingCenter.com. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to my old hall, Pigeon Coop. That's pigeoncoop.org if you want to check out the meeting list. They're located out in Tempe, Arizona. It's off of the Rowe and 60 in the same parking lot as Denny's and the AMF Bowling. I first got sober there. It was an incredible haul. I met a lot of amazing people. The meeting that I specifically called my home group was the men's only meeting. Sorry, ladies, but it is a men's only meeting. Guys, highly recommend check it out. It's 4D or Fourth Dimension, 6 o'clock Sunday evenings. Definitely highly recommend if you're looking for a men's meeting, go check it out. Wow. I'm getting off track here. Where else do I need to give a shout out to? Got purpose here. Oh, advanced physical therapy. Advanced physical therapy has helped me stay off of drugs, not having to run to the fucking pharmacy to get drugs because this old man is doing manual labor, but I have the awesome hands of Mandy, who's a physical therapist that runs advanced physical therapy. Her staff is incredible as well. I feel better every time I leave there. I'm actually going there this Saturday. I just haven't had any time to go there this week because I've been so busy with work. Highly recommend them though. They're located out in Gilbert, Arizona, and they're off of Higley and Pecos. And last shout out I'm going to give out to, speaking of work, is I just got some new threads right here. Oh, got to go. There we go. Knockout Plumbing. That's the company I work for. So if you're looking for any type of plumbing needs, ranging from sewer all the way to faucets, we do it all. So if you're looking for any type of plumbing needs, hit us up, knockoutplumbing.com, and we'll take care of that for you. That's all I got, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, you see what I did there was I muted my microphone.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Why?
because I was making a bunch of noise.
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
No, you heard the first bit, asshole.
No,
But
I didn't hear, I don't know what you're talking about.
You're right. You're right. It's my bad.
Oh, man. Talk about some crazy shit, dude. I'll kick it off. Want to see some cool shit? Wait, where's the camera?
Yes.
That's the camera right there. Okay. You guys see it?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Did you get branded?
Yeah. No, I just went and randomly got a tattoo on Friday. It was Friday the 13th, and I've always wanted to do one of those Friday the 13th tattoos ever since I was a kid. And Joey, who I work with, his boy owns a tattoo shop or like down the streets on Superstition and Baseline. And we're in between jobs, and we're like, fuck it, let's go see what he's up to. And so we went in and started talking, and they're like, you want a tattoo? I was like, uh, well, how much? And they're like, oh, it's like $31 for this and then $9 tip, but you're with Joey, don't worry about it. I was like, fuck, all right, cool. So just pick one. I was like, all right, I'll pick the rose. So I picked the rose and got it done. And I didn't tell the kids, and I didn't tell Dez because I want to see how long it would take for them to see. I was home for maybe like an hour on Friday, and Dez was home with me for like about an hour. And then we're in the kitchen. She's like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, what? She's like, that behind your ear. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, is that a fucking tattoo? I'm like, no, it's one of those ones that you peel on, or you put water on. She's like, oh, all right. And then she got closer. She's like, no, it's not. That's a real fucking tattoo. And she went off, and I couldn't stop from fucking laughing the entire time.
So was she more upset that you got a tattoo or that you got one without her?
Oh, I'll get into that. So I'm laughing, right? And she's just going off on me. And I'm laughing harder because I think she's just making a big deal over nothing. And she's like, you got a tattoo on your face. I'm like, that's not on my face. It's on my fucking neck. This is my face. She's like, what about the wedding? Blah, blah, blah. You didn't run this by me. I'm like, wait a second. Weren't we just watching a movie a couple nights ago, and you said how weird it is and how fucked up it is that we're the only species that feels it's okay to have ownership over someone or something?
No, you didn't. You
And
didn't say that in real time.
I said that, and that pissed her off even more.
I said it. I totally said it, guys. I said it. And I was like, bitch.
I don't know. I poked the bear big time. I was like, I don't give a shit, bitch. I love you to death, but this is my fucking body, and if I want to put a plate of spaghetti and meatballs right here on my arm, I'm gonna fucking do it. And she didn't like that answer.
All you had to say was "my body, my choice," and then it just walk away. And just walk away.
That's how you win it. That's how you win every argument. That's it.
What pissed her off even more? I was like, well, baby, I got it for you. You're my rose.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was good times.
Nah, man. If I said some shit like that, Brittany would be like, "You're just dumb." I'd be like, "Yeah."
It is what it is, man. I don't give a shit. It's a free tattoo.
I like how it switches over to Ryan's Bitmoji face, and it's already rolling its eyes. Oh man!
So when his lips are moving like that, is he talking and we can't hear him?
No, I think it's probably picking up our sound in the back. If you watch it, and he's not talking. You see how his mouth kind of is. See now he's moving. Now he's moving it. What a butt cheese! This guy over here.
Wow, you can't hear me.
No.
Wow, I had no idea that was muted.
Oh, so I was right. That was him talking. Okay.
Okay.
So the microphone is right next to my mouth. So if I'm in front of it, it doesn't move at all. So you're talking about it. I'm talking, obviously, but it can't track my mouth. So, yeah, but I definitely didn't keep track of the sound levels, and my level was muted. But in my headphones, I can hear myself just fine, whether I switch from one scene to the other. So I had no idea. So, my bad.
Well, how dare you, sir?
Sorry if you can hear it. My 3-year-old is having an epic meltdown right now. So I apologize if you can hear that in the background.
No,
I can't at all.
You're first off, even if it was and it was coming through, you're A-okay. This is the quietest my house has been ever. So
yeah, I was gonna say, dude, it's super quiet over there.
I think Ruth is actually going to sleep.
Damn, dude, that's nuts. Bro, so I had a weird weekend, man. So it's
Go
been the
on.
first worst, I didn't mean to say that. First weekend I've had the kids since Bree got her license. And Shannon is not allowing Bree to drive her car over to my house. So I still have to pick them up in my truck and drive them over, which I was like, whatever, it's fine. But Friday night, they asked right off the bat, hey, can we go to a movie? We want to go with friends. I'm like, all right, cool. This sucks, man. I didn't get a chance to hang out with you, but all right, whatever. So give him the keys. And that was fucking weird, man. Give my daughter the keys and just her and Dom taking off. And that was a trip, dude, because every time she's driven, I've been in the fucking truck. And then Saturday, same goddamn thing happens. Hey, can I go hang out with my friends? So I'm like, yo, you get all this time with your mom, and you guys don't have time to fucking plan this shit out with on her time. Like, just out of respect, just think about that in the future. Plan things around the weekends, unless or otherwise, we're gonna go back to the courts, and I'm gonna get you guys every other week like it was before. So I'm being cool. I'm being honest with you guys. I'm being respectful. I'm allowing you guys to know what my feelings are. But please, from now on, don't plan anything on our weekends. It's that simple. I don't care if you want to go out Friday night, cool. But Saturday and Sunday, like, I barely get to see you guys. And it was awesome. The response that I got was completely not what I was expecting. And they agreed. And so we'll see how it goes.
I mean, we've said Bree's always been the more level-headed of the two,
Yep. Yep, exactly.
And she'd be the one to actually think it through before she acted out emotionally.
Correct. Yeah, like, dude, I
so
got it. So me and Dom, we not got into it, but I was like, he left this fucking dish in the sink. I'm like, do you wash your dishes at your mom's? Yeah. Okay, well, what the fuck's the difference over here? Wash your dishes. I'm not your maid. Fucking wash it. Hey, by the way, you're gonna be coming to work with me next year, because I'm gonna have my own van and shit by then. And when your summer's off, you're gonna work with me. No, I'm not. Yeah, you are. You're gonna learn what it's like to work a hard work. Excuse me, an honest hard day's worth of work. He's like, no, I'll talk to mom. I'll say, that's fine. Talk to mom. But on my weekend, guess what? You're fucking working with me. You're gonna fucking learn what it's like to not have everything goddamn handed to you.
So
I hate, dude. I fucking hate that I'm a part of it because of my past and everything that I've done. But I hate that my fucking kids are spoiled little shits.
well, part of it too is he's 15. You said 14.
Yeah, 15.
15. So he's cock measuring.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's he's got that brand new testosterone still running through him, and he's trying to see if he can be the biggest bull in the yard. He's got to find a way to be like, nah.
Well, he'll learn real quick that shit ain't gonna go down in this house. He'll go through a fucking wall real quick.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that's always something I always tell Wyatt all the time. It's like, hey man, you can get mad at me, but I'll tell you, the day you beat my ass is I'll tell you the family secrets. I'll tell you all the family secrets. The day you kick my ass, I'll teach you all the family secrets.
That's what my pops told me. He's like, the day you beat me in arm wrestling is the day I'll call you a man. And that shit happened when I was 23.
Have you ever seen Hot Rod?
Oh fuck yeah, I have, dude.
No, so that's the only reason why I've told Wyatt that like every day since he's
That
say I'm a man.
Oh, dude, that dance scene is the best scene in that goddamn movie. That and when he beats the shit out of him with the fucking trash can.
Oh hell yeah! I've been
I'm a
drinking
piece
green
of the
tea
shit
all.
like you like for breakfast.
I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day. I go to church every goddamn Sunday. You gotta bring the demons out of me.
Oh, dude, that's such a great fucking movie.
Oh,
Ah, yeah, dude, it's crazy how life goes by so quickly, man.
yo,
I was
I
telling
knocked,
that to my no good.
I knocked Wyatt's tooth out.
Knocked it out or pulled it out?
Knocked it out. So
Okay, you
we're
gotta
driving.
elaborate.
Listen, we're driving. I'm going to go drop him off, and we're like, I had him come sit up front, and so we were play fighting, like play slapping each other. I reached over to play slap him, and he moved his head, and I like popped him in the mouth, and it knocked out one of his loose teeth. And he was like, "That's not even the one that was really loose."
Oh, dude,
And I
I can
said,
only imagine him going home to his dad. Oh,
"Oh yeah,
Jake beat me. He fucking hit me in
no,
the
no,
mouth.
that was the first thing I did. I went and dropped him off, and I was like, "Hey, we were fighting in the front seat. Here's his tooth." And he goes, "Oh, I've been trying to get that tooth out of his head all day." And I was like, "It's actually not the one you've been trying to pull."
Hey, dude, just do what my father did. Tie a piece of string around it and put it to the door. That's it.
Well, we've talked about that, and he's very anxious, and like he's anxious about everything. So that's a no go. I did pull one of his teeth though,
Oh, I'm not
because he
saying
had
I
the
wanted it to happen.
well, see, he had the one. It was like his first tooth, and he wouldn't pull it. He wouldn't pull it. It was like hanging by like a piece of skin, just a piece of gum. I went, "Come here, open your mouth." You like thinking like he was dying or something. And I was like, "Shh, shh, shh, shh. You're not even bleeding. Here's your tooth. Go put it under your pillow."
Oh, dude, there's not even any blood. Dang, it was barely hanging
No,
on.
yeah, I'm telling you, this tooth was like trying to leave for like 2 weeks beforehand, and I got tired of looking at it.
Oh shit. Hey, just tell him to take care of his teeth, man. Because an ex-addict like me, I got 2 teeth missing because I couldn't afford to fucking have it worked on, so I had them pulled.
Dude, I am so. We've talked about this before. Like I still enjoy my Copenhagen, right? But I
Hmm.
am such an avid. We've been over my my water pick and
Oh yeah,
how I
your
take care.
routine is
Yeah.
super.
Okay. So like I take care of my teeth after I destroy them all day. Anyway, but these kids just do not give a shit about personal hygiene. Like they have
At
to be
all, like
reminded.
showering and shit.
They have to be reminded to shower and like,
Oh, that
hey,
would drive me nuts.
bro, I'm an old Marine. You
Oh shit, that's true. I didn't even
what?
think about that.
Like,
Yeah, bro. Kids smell on a different level.
yeah, and it just blows my mind. It's like how like I tell you every day, brush your goddamn teeth. Why are you not wearing deodorant right now, kid who's going through puberty? She's been better about it, but like I think she got shamed by somebody in school or something. But but oh man, like and I've told him I was like, look, if we have to line up, we have to do like the whole like hygiene inspection before bed. Like we're like if it has to come to that, we will do it because
Oh, we
you
grew up
know.
doing that shit. My father
Well,
was
so like,
former fucking army.
yeah, the whole thing like is like first off, it's like, I'm not sitting to your dad's house with you being gross, so he has something to blame your mom about. Like
Yep.
no, like and two, like the bigger kids, most of their baby teeth are out. Like these are the teeth that you got that aren't going to cost you thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah, dude. Brianna's braces cost just under 5.
Oh yeah, like the
I'm
kids
praying
are
to
probably
God Dom doesn't need them.
the kids are probably all going to end up um, with braces. At least the big kids. I don't know about the Munchkins just yet, but the older kids probably all need braces of some kind, some sort of.
Start
I have
saving up.
I have one crooked tooth. My dad has one crooked tooth. You know, like my mom's teeth aren't like terrible. Like, so I'm
And you never
no
had
braces
braces?
ever.
Oh
No,
shit,
it's
dude.
a
I had that.
it's this one
I
right
had
here.
braces. Yeah,
Yeah,
braces and fucking headgear that my
I'm
mom
just
forced me to wear to fucking high school.
I'm just genetically superior to most people.
You gotta be really careful saying that sentence with your skin color, brother.
And my eye color.
Yeah, no shit. Start calling
Gee,
you Third
oh man,
Reich.
I didn't even think about that. Jesus Christ. No.
It's alright, I got your back, bro.
Yeah, thanks for. I don't want to
Oh,
be confused
dude.
with being an organization I am not in.
Speaking of which, that just reminded me of dipshit. I dropped off the kids on Sunday, right?
Hmm.
And there's a fucking red G wagon chilling in the driveway. I'm like, damn, whose car is that? Oh, it's for Rhodey. Really? For he bought it? No, no, we got it for his birthday. I'm like, because Jake, I don't know if you remember. Do you remember when I borrowed the Ferrari that they rented him for his birthday, and I took Bryce in it?
I remember hearing the story. Yeah.
Okay, he's still doing that shit, renting a very expensive car to try to show off, and I found out that he's still not working. He's still working on his kid's book.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't even
I
know
was
you
just
were.
like, it pisses me off because that's who my son looks up to, and it's sad. It really is. I can't fucking tolerate low life pieces of shit that fucking expect everything for doing nothing. Sorry, I can't tolerate it. You know, I
No.
come from money. My parents are extremely fucking wealthy, but I still work my ass off. I fucking bust ass every fucking day because that's how I was raised. You work for a living. But
So,
unfortunately,
I get where you're coming from, but with this man's permanent disability and your ex-wife's high-paying job, I really don't necessarily see an issue with him doing stuff like that. You know, like
I
I get
get
where I get where you are coming from because it's very frustrating. Because even if you had the means to show off like that, you wouldn't necessarily do it, and they do it regularly. So I understand there's a little bit of like what the fuckism to it,
well, it's
and
not only that. It's just I known this fool for fuck, dude. What, Bree's 16, so shit, 18 years I known this cat. And this fool never fucking used his disability as an excuse. And I mean, I even hate fucking saying it because he's fine. Yeah, he walks with a little bit of a limp, but dude, he's completely recovered his arm through Shannon working on him and everything. It's like, don't fucking use that as an excuse. You can still the reason why he doesn't work, and I found this out through my parents because Shannon had talked to him, is that he'll lose Social Security and disability if he goes and gets a job. So that's why he hasn't gotten a job. And so I'm sorry, it's just I don't want you teaching my kids that you're gonna get something for nothing because
No,
it's just fucking handed to you.
I completely understand that. But we've talked before about Shannon's high paying job, right? So I mean, if I had that means to spoil Brit on her birthday all the time, I for sure as fuck would.
Yeah, no, I'm just being petty. It's just my past with with my experiences with him.
No,
I'll be honest. I'm being fucking petty, and I think it's fucking fake. And I don't just it, I'll admit it. I'm being petty.
okay. I mean, but like,
So
I understand.
stop.
Yeah, like
Stop, bro.
no one's gonna disagree with you about wanting to teach the kids, your kids, the value of a hard day's work. No one's gonna disagree with you about that. But what goes on at that house, you can't control.
No, I
So I
even
mean,
told Des last night. I was like, realistically, if I was being honest, I would give 2 months' salary to be a fucking fly on the wall for a week in that house just to see how things go down. But like you said, I have zero control over it. So that's why like this last weekend, that was a game changer for me. Normally I would have fucking fought it. But I've learned it's like there's no point in fighting it because I get it. I was a teenager too at one point in time. I didn't think my parents knew shit. I didn't want to fucking hang out with them. So I've just learned, hey, do the best that I can with what the time I have right now and hope for the best that when they're adults, they want to have a closer relationship with me. But the one thing I can be honest with myself about, which is something really incredible, is that I've been consistent in their lives since I got sober. And
mhm.
that's something that I stand by and I'm proud of because that's not been my past experience with those kids. And if that's something, I'm not saying like, oh yeah, good job because all the bullshit you put those kids through in the past, 3.5 years don't mean shit compared to their entire lives. But at the same time, I've been there. I've been consistent. I told them all the time. I text them all the time. I love you. I miss you. I want to spend more time with you. All this. So maybe one day it will just kind of click and be like, oh shit, dad really does want to be with us. And then things will change. But for the time being, I'm taking my therapist's advice and realizing that, you know what? There is no such thing as having the great great. It's just learning how to accept the median.
Mhm.
And that was always something that was very hard for me to do because I always had very high highs and very low lows. And I never understood what that meant to accept that median. And now I understand what that means. And I've learned to accept it. And I think that's why I've been able to have the mental fortitude that I've had recently in the last couple of months, is because I've able to understand what that means. And I'm thankful for that because in the past, these couple situations probably would have sent me over. But I've allowed myself, well, also the help of the medication and obviously the therapist and psychiatrist, but I'll give myself some credit too. I'm putting in the work, and this last weekend could have been a whole different episode, but I chose not to, and I chose to think of the bigger picture, and it was cool. Like Saturday, we had a fucking awesome day. Like once Bree got home, we spent the whole rest of the day together. Dude, we were playing or we're playing Mario on the old Nintendo that we hooked up to a TV. We were fucking
Nice.
laughing and having a gay old time. It was awesome.
I got a
I like how
question.
you use gay old time in the old fashioned way. Anyway,
So in so piggybacking off of the success you've had recently, what would it take for you to drop the pettiness that still lingers
with Brody.
with your ex. Yeah.
It's not the ex-wife anymore. Me and her, I'm good with. As soon as I was able to make my amends, which again, for
No,
the
no, no,
people
no,
that
no.
don't know,
I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about him.
no, yeah, that's what I'm referring to. That's what I'm getting at. I'm making the example is that, I was able to make my amends with her. I was never able to make my amends with him, and he never allowed me to. So I think honestly, what would it would take is for him to man up and just sit down with me and allow me to fucking apologize to him correctly as a man. And he hasn't given me that opportunity, and I don't know if he ever will.
But I thought that was part of the process was you have to accept whether they are game or not.
Oh no, it is part of the process. You're absolutely correct. I just have not been able to accept it.
Okay, so what will it take?
I just said sitting down and having
No,
him
no, no,
talk
no, no,
with
no,
me
no, no,
because
no, 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 no. That was what you tried to do the first time. You don't. He doesn't. He's not obligated to give that to you, right?
no, he's not.
Right. So
Okay, so all right, I get what you're all right, I get what you're trying to get at. It would take for me to fucking let go.
okay, how do we get there, bro? Let us help you. Because
That's a great question.
because you shitting on his rental, like that sounds like real
Oh, I was
house.
bitter as fuck.
That sounds like a Real Housewife move.
Yeah,
And he's the Real Housewife. So why are you talking like that? Don't be petty. Stoop down to his quote unquote level. If he's just doing him, like that's got nothing to do with you. And everybody's got their little thing that's weird that they do for themselves. I mean, if he wants to lease a vehicle to make himself look better, cool, man. I think it's silly as well, but if that helps him to accept his role as the homemaker, then so be it. Because what do women?
I think
What do
honestly,
women do?
it stems if I were to take a deeper look, it just stems from the fact that it's jealousy,
Yeah.
a pure, honest jealousy. The fact that he gets to spend more time with my kids, that's what it stems from.
Okay. So what is the root of jealousy?
My route or the general route?
Your root for your situation. Why
Uh,
can you not? And he's
hey, ready? I'm gonna hit you with some fucking truth,
please let's hear it.
okay? Because no matter what, this dude stole your wife. I would never forgive a motherfucker for that. No matter how far past, like say someone came and jacked Brittany from me, Brittany and I could end up cool. But that motherfucker and I, no matter how much face I save in front of the kids, I will always hate that motherfucker.
That's amazing.
It's one
Because
thing if it was a stranger,
because
but this motherfucker was a friend. Like this, he was a brother. Like he
I
lived
know,
with
and
us. Like this.
he cucked you in your own house,
Yep.
right? And that's the root of it, dude. That is the root of it. Come on now. I'm sorry I had to listen.
No,
Hit it
you're
like
absolutely
No,
correct.
that's very important. I didn't know that. I mean, I do know that, but I don't know the logistics of it. But it sounds like she's just fine being the breadwinner, right?
Yeah,
So,
no, yeah, because otherwise Brody wouldn't be doing what he's doing because
so
he's
that
been
means
able to not have a job for what 10 plus years they've been together.
yeah. So that means that you could have been doing that the whole time.
No shit, dude. No kidding.
living that Jake Howard life, baby.
Oh, that's hilarious. Thank you for sharing that,
No,
though.
dude. What's crazy is I actually drove by. We were in Santan. What's today?
Thursday.
Today is Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah. Okay. So Tuesday we're down in Santan, and we were in my old neighborhood. So when me and Shannon came over in '05, we came over for a couple reasons. One, to get out of the fucking game, and two, she had an opportunity to go transfer from Countrywide over to Arizona, and so we bought a brand new home. I'll never forget this number. I don't know why, but in '05 we bought a house brand new. We built it from scratch up, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,600 square feet for $237,000. And I was like, hey, Joey, I want to go drive by it real quick. And just driving by it, dude, all of a sudden, all these memories just flooded my head that I hadn't thought about in a very long time. I was like, holy shit, dude, that's where we came home when Brianna was born. That was the house, and that was her room. And that was like, all of a sudden, all this shit started coming through. And I was like, man, if things were just different, you know. But at the same time, yeah, I can blame Rhodey for doing what he did. Absolutely, he fucking broke the code in my book. That's my opinion. You don't fucking do that to a brother. You just don't. That's just a code you don't break. But at the same time, I was cheating on Shannon for a long time. It wasn't with women. It was with drugs. But I was a big help in pushing her into someone else's arms.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that I had to accept. But like you're right, dude. It's something that I struggle with still to this fucking day because I'm not a Christian, but I consider myself spiritual. And part of my spirituality believes that we all deserve a second chance. And like in my case, 1,000 chances. But just to treat our brothers and sisters with humanely and with respect. And I fight with that because I want to do that so bad. But on the other hand, I just want to get in the fucking cage with them and just be like, let's knock this shit out. 3 rounds, let's fucking go.
What if you? What kind of car does he own? Lease?
I don't know. This was just for a rental for the day, the G
Right.
Wagon. They own an Infinity, fucking the Expedition of the Infinities, whatever that is. I don't know.
What were you talking about? He rents, or that's not his, or whatever.
The G Wagon.
Okay, you said that's not the first time he's done it, right?
No, like so. Back when I didn't know they had a thing going on, which I should have fucking realized it was a big red flag. What friend rents a Ferrari for another friend for a birthday? I should have fucking seen that on the paper. But anyways, they felt bad for me because I was bartending that night and I wasn't able to go out with them to go party. So they allowed me to borrow the Ferrari. So I went cruising around in it for a couple hours and that was fuck. When did you guys get home, Jake?
Yes. Um.
Oh, 09, 10?
No, 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 no. Like when we moved out here,
Yeah. Like, when did you guys get out here?
we came out. So I got out in 2010.
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay. So it's like 2000. Because
part of my head stuff.
yeah, because I watched you on Victory Field. Because I went
Mhm.
with Bryce and Randy, and you were with Kyle and all them. So when was that? Was that 2010?
No, no. When we got back from Ramadi, are you talking about when we got back from Hit? No, when we got back from Hit. That was in 2000. Jesus, Mary, that's 2009. It
2009.
was
Okay. So that's how
yeah.
long ago because it was that year that he rented the Ferrari. So that's how long. So he's been doing this shit for that entire time. That I just found that out from my daughter. Oh, that's what Rhodey does every year. I'm like, oh, didn't know that.
Why don't you go cruising with
And
him in the rental?
I, well, the rental for the Ferrari, I remember this because I asked Shannon. I was like, how much was that? She's like $600. And I was fucking so high on drugs at the time, I didn't put two and two together. Again, what friend buys another friend $600 a fucking rental Ferrari? Like, I love you guys, but I wouldn't do that shit for you.
Thanks,
Same. I
man.
wouldn't even do that for. I wouldn't do that for me.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's how long he's been doing it.
Okay, but what's it going to take for you to accept that you're not going to have that conversation? You know what I mean? because he's made
No,
it very
I
clear
I know
that
what you mean. Yeah, I was gonna say time, but obviously time hasn't been the answer because it's been
It's not.
fuck
No, no, no.
10 plus years.
The onus is not on him to have that conversation. You have built an expectation for him in your mind, so he can never atone to that. Never. Because if you relay this to him right now, he would have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, you would.
He understands that you guys could have a conversation that would reset your standing, right?
Absolutely, he does. I know he's doing this purely out of malice. He fucking hates me.
No, no, no. But you given him the right to?
Um,
Don't pause. Don't pause. Off top.
yeah,
You've
I
given
talked
him
some shit,
you've given him just cause. So you cannot build an expectation in the opposite direction when you know that you have.
but we're talking though fucking 10 years ago when I was doing this shit. I was fucking young. I was fucking enraged at the fact that my ex-wife fucking cheated on me with my good friend.
So you
Like,
remember? So you
yeah,
know
I'm
how
gonna talk
you
shit. So,
you
but
know you
I
know how
grew
you
up.
said.
I got past it. I
You
got
know how
sober. I
you said.
realized
Yeah,
that I made
yeah, but
mistakes.
you have grown and understand this.
So you
He
know.
has not.
So just like you said, when you drove past the house that you and your wife built, your ex-wife built, you were flooded with emotion, right?
Hmm.
You don't think that he has triggers like that? You don't think that, and triggers that you can't even like own because you weren't coherent enough, right?
True. Yeah, you bring up a good point.
You have no idea how deep that well is of his ability to reach into a bag of PTSD and say, okay, just your demeanor, just you bum rushing him with the fact that you want to squash things on your terms. Like, that takes a level of audacity to do that, which in itself could trigger his defense mechanism to then think, oh, that's old Paul, right?
Oh yeah, dude, I was a master manipulator,
There you
and
go.
I
Well,
manipulated the
yeah.
shit out of my ex-wife. Like I
So you
hooked
got to
up
think.
with her a couple of times when they were together, and the last time I hooked up with her, I fucking threw that shit in his face. I was like, "How's my fucking dick taste, bitch?" And
Jesus.
like,
So
like you
Jake,
said, I've given him fucking some just like I broke into his fucking apartment and destroyed it. And there was another time fucking Shannon had to get in between us because I was gonna fucking murder him.
okay, man.
Yeah, so I wouldn't want to talk to you either. You do that shit to me, fuck you. You know, like that's it.
Yeah, that's a forever fuck
But
you, my
don't you
guy.
guys
Yeah.
understand though people can change?
That is a
I mean,
No,
forever.
fuck,
no,
if
no,
my
no. Hey, no,
ex-wife
no, no, no.
can
Listen,
forgive me,
Paul. People can change, but it doesn't change the past.
Your memories don't. Yep.
okay.
It is not up to you his timeline of wanting to talk at this point. Period. If he ever
No,
wants to
it's
sit
not.
down, if he ever wants to have this conversation, it's going to be him hitting you up. So you have to prepare yourself and understand that that may never happen. So how are
Yeah.
you going to let that shit fucking go? Because now you're holding on to shit that you have no control over. You aren't you you don't control this man's thoughts. You don't control this man's emotions. Even if he is this raging giant piece of shit, that's his business. He can be over in his house stinking. But if he wants nothing to do with you, he will have nothing to do with you until the day he dies.
True that.
So how are you gonna
Not.
accept that?
Uh, I'm
Because
working through that right now with my therapist.
yeah, because you can make all the amends you want, but sometimes people will not accept it.
Right. No, and like Ryan said, that is something that we are told by our sponsors. Like, hey, as long as you cleaned up your side of the street, be prepared to know that hey, sometimes you're not able to clean up the other side too.
All
Mm-hmm.
right. Got another question.
I had a
Go ahead, Jake.
I had a dude that used to terrorize me. because he was bigger and meaner in the Marines. Always hated my guts. Always, would beat me down, physically and verbally. He hit me up when I was in the full swing of my bodybuilding and stuff. He was like, "Hey man, I just want to let you know, I'm sorry. You look really good. I'm really happy for you. I'm proud of you." I never said anything back to that motherfucker. Like, thank you for acknowledging, but fuck yourself. Like, do I have an undying, unbroiled hate to this man anymore? No, but he's not worth my time to talk to.
That's what I was gonna ask. What does he have to gain by you being in his life?
Nothing.
Okay.
That's what. There's the starting point.
Yeah, because me and Shannon are on good terms. Me and the kids have a relationship. So yeah, there's zero purpose for me to be in his life.
So again, what can you do about that? What's the point of having that conversation just so it gives you closure? Outside of that, what can he gain, and why can he not gain something from you? Why, are you unwilling to be friends with him? Like what
Oh, I'll
outs-
never be friends with him. Fuck no.
There was, but like, so sometimes closure is there is no closure.
Right. I was just about to say that. And that's something that I need to learn to accept because it's just one of those things that, like Jake said, may never happen. And this is what sucks is like this one thing that I loved about hearing stories from my father. Like back in his fighting days, him and his brothers, they got in a lot of fights. They'd always protect each other. But what was cool back in the day is you get like, for example, my father got in a fight one time, beat the shit out of this guy, helped him up, brought him inside, got him a beer, friends to this day. It's like I wish. I know this is fucking. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? Not old fashioned, but what?
Cavemanish?
Yeah, yeah. I wish I could just hit him up and be like, "Yo, let's do 3 rounds. Let's squash this shit," and that be it.
Yeah, but you're not squashing anything because squashing something is like planting a seed for something new to grow from that. You guys aren't going to grow anything from that. It's just going to be you had the conversation you wanted and you beat, let's say you beat his ass. So now he's just, if anything, now he has more resentment to you.
And then, if anything, you go and you beat his ass. Congratulations, you beat up a dude with a palsy or whatever he's got.
Whatever he's got.
What does that do for you?
Nothing. I think
Yeah.
honestly, back when I wanted to make the amends, the reason why it was so important to me, it wasn't necessarily for my benefit. It was for the benefit of the kids. I wanted the kids to see that I have changed and that I don't hold any anger or resentment towards
No. You
their
do.
mom or Rhodey.
You definitely do
And
though.
what?
You definitely do though. You just elaborated that you're never going to let
Oh
go.
no, I do, but I just that was my sole purpose back when I originally wanted to make my amends
Yeah.
was because I wanted the kids to see, hey, we're okay. We're not friends. We're not going to be calling each other up and going to the gym and shit. But hey, we're civil with each other. If we see each other at an event like a birthday party or something like that, hey, Rody, how's it doing? Shake your hand. That's it. I just wanted to be mutual, respectful towards each other.
You
That's
sh-
it.
you should write that movie because that doesn't exist in real life.
No, it doesn't.
It sounds like a great caveman fantasy.
I know.
And the fact that you have pride in an ability to communicate with fists and violence, but not with your words. It's terrifying.
Yeah, I just well, if I'm honest, man, I like fighting.
That's
It's
not
just
changing,
because
right? No. There's nothing wrong with fighting. Nothing. Let me make that very clear. MMA, boxing, even wrestling, all of it.
wrestling.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up,
Yeah.
man.
Wrestling's
But that
real.
but they are not mediums of communication. They are mediums of
No,
entertainment. They are mediums of victory, right? and bloodshed and all that. That's something everybody signs up for. But in terms of closure, absolute closure, if you can't use if you don't speak on the same language, all you're doing is fighting.
True. Well, and that's my issue, and that's always been an issue. And I'm not using it as an excuse. It's just a legitimate fact about me is that I've always been slow in that capacity.
So the
I'm
way
not
that you
good
the
at
way
that.
that you the way that you impress your kids the most is by doing something you're not good at. Not by beating his ass, because that's clearly what you're good at.
Right. No, no, and that's exactly what that's what I presented over the weekend. I communicated my feelings instead of getting angry and fucking resentful or being over boisterous. Like I was able to calmly communicate my feelings. And again, like I said, it was well received and I was shocked, but at the same time, it was it was a great feeling knowing that yeah, I had my little pettiness with fucking seeing the G wagon on the driveway and shit, but that literally went away quickly because as I was driving home, I was thinking like, wow, man, I just had a breakthrough with myself. Fuck yeah, man, I'm actually communicating instead of just holding shit in,
Have you ever
because
watched
that
the Housewives? Any of them?
what's that?
Have you ever any watched any of the Housewives series?
No,
No. Okay, go ahead and get that laugh out.
no, no,
Um,
I'm not judging. I've never seen it. No.
no, no, but I'm glad that you're laughing because that's how we feel hearing you talk about your pettiness. Because the parallel is there. It's drama for the sake of drama. So I think that it would be interesting for you to purposely make yourself uncomfortable and watch the Real Housewives of Pick a City, and watch the pettiness and watch the way that these girls who, outside of you know materialism and their spouses or whatever their situation, they have nothing to complain about. But the entire show is nothing about but
It
them
was
being
just rich,
catty to one another. I think if you saw
rich
that,
bitches bitching.
exactly. I think if you saw that, it might give you perspective in terms of your own pettiness and give you an idea of how shitty that looks and what you look like when you sound like that.
So,
I
like, I'm not trying to cock measure because don't take this as such.
excuse me.
But so I handle the pickups and drop offs, right, with the older kid's dad.
Hmm.
I re- no matter how aggressive he gets out of his car with whatever he has to say, I am never aggressive back. Now, you're the one that's known me the longest. I'm probably top 10 best shit talkers in the game. I can hurt your feelings twice, like 80 times before I hit you once.
True, very true.
But but I will like, and I'm not backing down because I will have a calm conversation with someone who is coming at me incorrect. The older kids will see their father in a upset, pissy mood, and me going, okay, no, I understand where you're coming from. That's not what we're doing over here. Listen, if that's what you want to do, that's fine because it's your house. Hey, man, that's cool. Because what would me just popping up and breaking his jaw off his face do?
Nothing. It would piss off the kids. It would just.
It would traumatize the fuck out of the kids.
Yep.
And also, he
Put your
won.
ass in jail.
No, he'd win.
Yep.
I'm not going to let him win. He's not going. He won't get the best of me. Sorry, Chief. I already know I'm a better man than you.
Yep. No, that's shit that my parents have been telling me for years, dude. Don't ever give that woman any more ammunition. Like they used to get on my ass back in the day when I was fucking using and shit because my kids would go when they would go visit them, they would hear like my parents are my mom more so is like my kid's confidant. So they will
Mm-hmm.
tell her everything. And she would come at me like, "Why the fuck are you bringing this shit up? You shouldn't be saying this in front of them." Blah blah blah. And now I understand. Like, yeah, dude, it's fucked up. Like, I was a, a pawn in the chess game of using our kids against each other, which disgusts me. but I can't do anything about it. It's the past. Only thing I can do is make sure I don't make that mistake again. And that's why, like I said earlier, I've been consistent in their lives. I've had a couple slip ups with my emotions, and I feel like I've got those pretty well in check now. And this last weekend was a perfect example of, I think, a new dawn is upon us as far as me and my kids' relationship goes. But I will
You got
say this:
you
I
got to
will
find a way.
take you up on my homework, and I will watch some Desperate Housewives
You
and next week,
you
and
put that
we'll talk about it.
you put we have a text chain, so you figure out what series you want to watch, what season, what episode. I don't care, man. You tell me what it is, I'm watching it too.
What platform is it on?
I just Google that shit, bro. I don't know.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's some on everyone.
I watched like half a season with Brittany one time, and this the whole time I was just like, Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I don't know what's worse, that or the news. Like
Bro,
watching the news is so hard right now.
the
I
news
assume
is
it's gonna be
just
tough.
garbage.
I get so frustrated, and so I'm assuming I'm gonna try and roll my eyes into the back of my head watching whatever you decide for us. But I'm game. I want you to understand how it looks because the optics of it are really bad, and it on the inside it feels great for you, but like nothing makes you feel smaller than being the bigger person, right? So, in terms
Absolutely.
of this situation, not having that thing that you really want is probably the best thing for you.
I agree.
And it's going to be tough. And it's great that you have at least the transparency to be able to talk about this on a forum that is public. And although
Hmm.
Jake is both of our viewers, it's great to put this on record, man, because you can watch this back, and your kids,
Yep.
man. I don't know if your kids have seen any of the stuff we've done, but I think not knowing you, people who would see this and see you would understand the dynamic that you have going on inside your brain, and that your collective experiences uh, have crumbled weaker people. So I think it's really important that you continue to have this amount of levity, and I think your therapist, like you said, is a big part of that. But just let me know, man. Let me know what I can do to help because it's really great to see you expressing yourself, one, and using words to do it.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Sir.
And I will definitely let you know when I want my balls to be tickled.
I don't want to make Des jealous. Let's not add more. Let's not add more fuel to the fire, man. Last thing I need is her chasing me down on a gig.
Dude, speaking of which, so I just got on TikTok. I've never been on it before.
Oh
And,
man.
dude, I watched this video today. Have you guys seen it? It's this dude running away from the cops. And he's like, you guys can't get me. And then he just, what's the word?
I know what you're talking about without you talking anymore, man. It
Oh,
is an
you haven't
old
seen it,
clip.
Jake?
It's an old
Oh,
clip.
dude. Oh, it's old?
Oh, it's like from Cops. It's like from Cops, like back in the '90s. And so yeah, this guy's like he's laying down and he's like, oh, you gonna
Like,
catch me? You gonna catch me? You gonna catch me? And he like dodges the cops for like however long because it's edited, and then he finally lays down on the ground. He's like, all right, I'm gonna lay down. You guys can come get me, but
Oh yes,
but you know I stopped. I let you get me. You didn't catch me. Like yeah, it's great.
and then he's like, my safe word's pineapple juice. And then
pineapple
the
juice.
cop
Yep.
comes, and then the cop comes down and starts patting him down, and he's pulling out his chain. He's like, "Hey man, that's my chain. You know how long it took me to get that?" And then he gets closer to his buddy. He's like, "Hey, that's that's my booty hole, officer. Get away from my booty hole. SWAT guy. What's my safe word?"
And I think that video is a great parody to the lack of restraint certain officers have. I think that
Oh
those
yeah,
officers should be commended for allowing, whether it was, staged or whatever, he clearly he looks like he's inebriated, right? In one way or another. So it's not surprising that his behavior is off the wall. What is surprising is the level of restraint of the officers without losing their cool but still maintaining their authority. Like,
Yep.
that was the thing I got from that outside of the comedy, which is refreshing. Unfortunately, it's decades old, but
Oh, dude, I didn't know. I thought it was new.
no, man, it's been cycled. It gets cycled like once a year. It pops up.
Oh shit.
But yeah, the
That's my
newest.
booty hole.
Yeah, it's hilarious though.
I was literally dying laughing, dude. It's funny as shit. My safe was pineapple juice. I just thought that was funny as shit.
So now
Oh,
both
man.
you and Des are on your phones on the same couch watching TikTok.
No, I only do that because the only reason why I got on is because everyone I work with is always on their fucking phones. My boss, always on his phone. Joey, always on his phone. New guy, Sebastian, always on his phone. So like when people like so when we were taking breaks and shit, I'm literally just fucking sitting there twiddling my thumbs. And I just got tired of fucking sitting around while they're all on their Instagram, Facebook, or whatever. I was like, fuck it, I'll get on TikTok. And so I went on TikTok and, yesterday,
So you're a sheep now, like everybody else.
pretty much. Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
Well, dude, Des is like, she's on a good one right now, man. Like, she's
What does
like,
that mean? Wait,
bro.
hold on. First
So,
of all, she's a big fan of TikTok, correct?
uh, this is where she claims that she gets her news.
Okay. Does she make videos? Does she make videos?
Yes.
Oh my lord.
Yeah. So, I came home 2 nights ago from a 14 and a half hour day. Got home about 9:45. Started at 6 o'clock in the morning. You could say I was pretty tired. And I get home, and she is, wow. We need to get a plan together. We gotta get all the supplies. I need to know what you're planning on doing. How are you gonna protect us? Everything I've been saying that's gonna go down is gonna go down. And I'm like, babe, I just got home from work. I had a very long day. Don't really want to get into this right now. We can talk about it later. So then yesterday I get home, back on it. Australia, there's parents, kids getting taken away. In Arizona, there's people getting arrested for this because of like just all this conspiracy shit. And I'm like, I, I love her, I respect her, but at the same time, like I, I'm a simple man. I'll be honest. Like there's not a whole lot going on up here. Like, and I'm okay with saying that. Like, I'm a very simple creature. Jake can contest to this. Like, and so my my answer
Mute,
to
hey,
her.
hey, mute yourself, giggles.
So my answer to her was, I'll confront it when it comes up against me. And if it's my time to die, it's my time to die. What? You would leave us? Yeah, how are you going to protect us if you're dead? No, we need a plan. We need to know routes, whether or not if there's a vehicle or not, because there's technology now that can take out all electronics within cars. So we need to know how to walk there. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's just do this. If shit goes down, we'll head to Tennessee and we'll go to my uncle's. Does that suffice? And she knows who my uncle is. My uncle is a former Navy SEAL, little batshit crazy, has seen some shit, has done some shit. Not to mention my cousin passed away from cancer, his son. So, dude's a little fucked up in the head. I love him to death, love him dearly. And this cat in the last 5 years has learned, no, I'm sorry, maybe 10 years, has learned every trade from welding to electrician, went to EMT school, learned everything. Has 2.5 or 3 acres of land, a 5,000 or 6,000 square foot bunker, over 30,000 gallons of water, gold bars, silver, because he feels the economy, if it collapses, then currency goes away. At least he got gold and silver. Thousands upon thousands of ammunitions, hundreds of guns. Like, the dude has been ready for World War III for decades now, and has been sending my dad emails for fucking years, telling him to get out of California. Shit's gonna go down. Blah blah blah. Blah. So yeah, if shit does hit the fan, I'm just gonna make my way to my uncle.
Sounds like there'll be two peas in a pod.
Right? That's what I keep telling her. I was like, dude, you guys get along perfectly.
Radicalized by TikTok.
Yep. And here I am. I'm just watching it to watch funny videos talking about their booty holes.
Well, so I'm an obvious consumer of Your Mom's House with Tom Segura and Christina P.
Yep.
So Christina P. She describes herself as a TikTok curator because she goes down. Well, she goes down lanes of just like weird TikToks, and they pick and choose ones to put on the show, and they kind of analyze them together. That's like, I have a TikTok account. I don't have the app. I don't ever log in because I saw what it was and I was like, why do I have this?
Yeah.
I'm old. I'm an old man. I shouldn't have a TikTok. And then it got to the point where like my mom was sending TikToks to everybody, and I was like, no. No, I'm getting the hell out of here.
I'm convinced.
I'm
convinced.
Go ahead.
TikTok is Napster for imitations.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense.
It's just one person doing one thing, and then it gets ripped off by a whole bunch of people, and then it's a popularity contest, and whoever has a gazillion followers gets the credit for starting, or they end up in People or whatever. And I mean, it's cute. We're adults. That's
Yep.
it. That's it. There's funny stuff. I've met some people on there that definitely have creative content, and then I have to swipe up away from so much stuff that I'm just like, it's the next one of the next thing. It feels very wasteful time wise. That's it.
Well, I think social media in general was designed to be an addictive time waster in some way, shape, or
It's a
form.
distraction.
It was meant to be a means of communication for people who can't be in close proximity. It does exactly what it's meant to do. Unfortunately, capitalism takes anything that works and it monetizes it, and it squeezes every last drip of juice out of it until they have to make something else. So the problem isn't the thing, it's how it's used. And unfortunately, everything becomes monetized. You have to watch an ad, you have to do this, you have to do that, because capitalism requires us at every turn to make money, and the most amount of money we can. That's why things get so crazy.
All I know is...
Oh, go ahead.
I said, all I know is MySpace is the reason why my mom found out that I was banging ladies. So I haven't been... I don't trust it for doing me dirty.
Could you make a private MySpace page? Was that possible?
I think so, but...
So you just had your laundry out there.
Yeah, I didn't know any better. There is no like sit down and talks about social media when we were growing up,
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I never had MySpace. I was too old when that shit came out.
Some girl.
How old are you? Wait. How old are you?
I'm gonna be 39 in a couple weeks.
Yeah, bro. I'm less than a year behind you. MySpace was.
You were on MySpace?
MySpace was during our time, sir.
No, it was, but it was like for fucking teenagers.
No, No,
No.
I
it was
was,
not.
Everything.
the people I was hanging out with, like all of us, we weren't on that shit. That was all for like fucking kids.
I bet you somebody was, because there's all
And
kinds of cool shit that you could find on MySpace that you couldn't find anywhere else at the time.
as is Twitch. Twitch is a medium designed for gamers that has now been super saturated with every piece of content out there. It's simply a medium. It's a tool, and people use it to monetize attention.
Yeah, that's what. So part of this whole conspiracy shit that Des has been a part of recently.
Wait, a
She
part
sent
of?
me yeah, well, not a part of. Sorry, she's into and research and
She's
is
window
like,
shopping
yes.
conspiracies.
So she tells me, she videos herself on a computer on a Walmart website. I guess Walmart now has allowed other companies to distribute their product on their website. And so she was showing me this, and it looked weird to me, and it could possibly have some legs on it, but it was essentially child trafficking right there in the open. So she was showing me pictures of kids' clothes, and she would pick on one kid's clothing. It'd be like a little girl wearing pants, $77. Well, then it went to another girl wearing like a jacket, $5,000. Then another little girl wearing another outfit, like $100. And then another little blonde girl wearing a fucking ice skating outfit, $10,000. I was like, that's fucking weird.
That's it. That's where you stop.
That's
Yeah,
as
well,
far as
because
it goes.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't do any more research on it, to be honest.
So,
Oh,
see, earlier in 2020, I think it was right as or right before COVID was kicking off, people had found a bunch of stuff on Wish where you could buy a chest of drawers for like $2,000, and supposedly a kid came inside of it and stuff like that.
What?
so you know how any kind of trade,
Jesus,
if
look at that fat shit.
if you use it for commerce, people will also use it to sell drugs, to move contraband, etc. Right? Whether that's you're stuffing bags that are supposed to be full of rice, full of bullets, or whatever that means. Like people are going to do that thing. So it's
Yep.
not Walmart. It's not even their marketplace. It is people abusing the thresholds of what their AI can detect in terms of child trafficking, pornography, etc. Right? So what they do is
Oh no.
they code it. So this has been going down, like he said, on Wish. This has been going down on Craigslist for a long time. They use whatever tool is used for communication, and they simply disguise it or cloak what they want for that. That has been going on for a very long time, and it just gets multiplied because technology keeps getting better and it keeps getting more efficient, so it's easier to do.
Yep.
So, and
No. Walmart got the accusation, and they said exactly that. They're like, no, this is just our a platform that's being used by somebody else. This is not
just
anything to do with us.
that's like if you hosted a flea market and someone just had a van parked somewhere and was literally trafficking kids. Like you would have no control over that. That's the will of those people. Again, capitalism. It's the greed. It's the driving force of that is money, right? It's always an asset for currency. So it doesn't matter what it is. Yes, they're going to disguise it. So yes, there is truth to that. However, it's not as widespread, and there are multiple federal channels that you don't think that if Dez can find a video about it, that the feds don't know about it?
Oh, fuck that. Exactly.
Like, I mean, I don't understand how people who have limited education are somehow top tier conspiracy theorists. I don't understand that. Like,
Well, I was giving her shit about it because I was like, what the fuck are you doing looking at that shit on the fucking our computer, dude? I don't want no
oh yeah,
feds
oh
kicking
yeah,
down the
oh yeah,
door
oh
thinking
yeah.
that we're watching
Ab-
fucking
ab-
kitty porn,
ab-
dude.
absolutely, you're on a list. So you're on a watch
I don't
list.
want that shit.
She's bringing it to your doorstep. It's on your. It's attached to your IP address. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of being on lists, I want to give a shout out to President Barack Obama.
Wow,
I've
here
been
we go.
I've been on a list since 2010.
Oh.
Did you know that?
For what act?
No, it's because it's not like a severe we have to watch this guy list, but it's a potential domestic terrorist
Simple question.
list. It's because all veterans that deployed to the Middle East were could possibly develop into threats in the future.
No
so
doubt.
I'm on a could possibly develop into a threat in the future list.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's pretty rad.
That makes sense, right?
Oh shit!
And that's
Doesn't mean I have to like it.
and that's the list where if something goes down and somebody in your platoon, somebody that had proximity to you, and they're it's a criminal situation, and they are looking at this one person, they go, okay, we can't contact him. We've got this list of people who were also in deployment, and your name will pop up on there, right? That's on every TV show, every crime show. So just the fact that you're on a list isn't really. I get it. But you don't have to worry about that.
Well, I haven't. I know it's just blows. Like I never thought oh, okay.
Do you lose sleep over it? I don't get it.
No, I mean it was like when it first came it was first announced, we were all like, what the fuck,
It's simply
we're on it.
It's simply a list, man.
Yeah, but what the fuck?
I'm not on any lists, but I got hacked. So I got my money stolen and someone bought Bitcoin with it. So
Oh, did you ever get that all back?
oh yeah. We got that taken care of.
Okay, yeah, because remember we talked about that months ago.
I did not reach out to whatever app, Robinhood.
Yeah.
I never reached out to them though to see if I could get access to the account. Maybe I should have done that.
Yeah, because that would have been titties. If you would have gotten that before the crash. Oh yeah.
Oh.
It went from damn near 50K back down to 20. Dogecoin went from 69 cents back to 19. I was out watching.
I think we need to.
Yeah, it's the Sleepy Bears getting the memes.
We have been on here for an hour and 23 minutes.
We did it, guys.
And
we did it.
And unless Jake has an additional device on, we have an actual viewer.
Oh, we got one?
Nice.
Welcome.
Hell yeah.
Is it Nate? Is it Nate?
They have not commented. I don't have the Twitch. I don't have the whatever they call it, the board, the video producer board up. Otherwise, I might be able to tell who it is. But yeah, shout out.
They're gone.
It still says 3 on mine. It says 2 on yours.
Yeah.
Oh, we scared him off. Damn. Shout out to
It still says 3 on mine.
Yeah, me too. Shout out to the random
I'm
person
here.
who got lost and landed on.
These guys are calling me out. We gotta get out of here.
I know, right?
Go.
We're just excited you were here.
Yes, that's it. All right, go ahead and close this out, gents.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to the Sober Swole podcast. Once again, my name is Jake Howard.
My name is Paul Rowe. Thank you so much for listening to us.
Do you want to send yourself out, Ryan, or do you want me to do it?
Bye.
Love you guys. Peace. Mwah.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Bye.